Yun.
Join double check is recording. Okay, so we are here now today for the biodiversity presentation. Topic given many times that diversity of species is very important for our environment. What we have done this time is that no generic ideas. You have to present specifically that you as an individual, how would you help preserve biodiversity? Without any more wasting of time, our first presenter, Mr. Isa Khan, here we go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is my project, Biodiversity, made by Isa Khan grade 6. Next slide. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is a word that means biological diversity or many different forms of life. Bio means life and diversity means many different. Next slide. What can I do about biodiversity? I can contact the city and ask them to add more garbage bins where there are not many. What can I do about biodiversity? Continue. I can make a simple, funny short on a platform like YouTube about biodiversity. I can organize a garbage pickup at my local park and ask neighbors and my friends to attend with assist. Why is biodiversity important? Biodiversity is important because it keeps ecosystems healthy and it also gives us food, medicine, and clean air. Biodiversity is also important because it helps and supports the food chain. Next. How can we protect biodiversity? We can protect biodiversity by recycling and reducing waste, save water and electricity. How can we protect biodiversity, save water and electricity? Protect animals and habitats. Plant trees. Some threats to biodiversity are climate change, pollution, and overhunting and trapping. In conclusion, biodiversity is important because plants, animals, and people all need each other. When we take care of nature and don't pollute, we help biodiversity. Even small actions help keep our planet healthy. Thank you for listening. Jazakallah.
Isa, what is Isa's plan to preserve biodiversity? Those things we know, plant more trees, save the environment. What is Isa's plan? Because we're looking for individual plans. How would you contribute, right?
Like I said, I would go to the park and with my friends we would all pick up garbage and I would call my neighbors and ask them.
Did I miss that part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And
I'm
also
so
you
sorry.
contact the city for more gardens.
My apologies, I have to control the other classroom. Okay, like you know how you pick these pictures yourself? That's specific to you. So a specific plan. Very good job, Isa. I'm sorry I missed that part. Have a seat. Next, we're gonna have Yusuf Siddiqui to present his. Open the computer guy, pull it up.
What's up? Search up Yusuf.
Don't worry. We have a computer expert there. Let the experts do their job. How do we get to WhatsApp? How do we get to WhatsApp is a question. Oh, because you sent it here. Okay, there we go. Hey. All right. After all that technical difficulties, Yusuf is ready. Bismillah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As you know, my name is Yusuf, and I'm in grade 6, and I'm here to present about my topic biodiversity. Next slide, please. So
We have time for you. No need to rush.
here are my table of contents. I'll just let you guys quickly go over them, and then I'll move on. Next slide, please.
Biodiversity in Islam is human biodiversity. Nice. Continue. Yusuf, we have time, so no need to rush. If it's too long, it's fine. We have time.
Chapter 1, what is biodiversity? Next slide, please. Biodiversity in short is basically this diagram, but I wouldn't like to stop at bio's life and diversity is variety. I'd like to go further and explain it more detail, because why not? Anyways, like you see right over here, bro,
Yeah.
like you see right over here, this is what biodiversity is, but I'll quickly go over this diagram before moving to the next topic. So, biodiversity is defined as a variety and variability and groups of living organisms and the ecosystem in respect. 2, biodiversity and how it affects us on the planet. Next slide, please. Biodiversity is not just a thing that we are taught in science class because it is a part of the curriculum. It's way more than that. It's in a lot of things. Like, look, I can write in red or in blue here. Yes, that's not biodiversity, but it is diversity. And now I'm just quickly going to most dive into how it affects the planet and us. So biodiversity is necessary for survival, even for us, since we eat various foods, or should I say a diversity of foods. But anyways, our body needs a diversity of minerals like calcium, iron, potassium, and many, many more. We cannot just find them in one food. For example, butter has tons of calcium, but no iron. And vegetable oil has a whole lot of iron, but no calcium. So we cannot get them all. The point is, we need different foods to function properly, and just like that, different animals need different foods. Like, for example, a lion eats a zebra, wallabies, deer, and buffaloes. He eats more too, but this is not a lion documentary, so yeah. And a deer eats leaves, grass, acorns, and like that. And if, for example, even if acorns...
You should slow down. We have all the time. You have really good content, just take your time to deliver it, okay?
And if acorns went extinct, deers wouldn't have tanks. Acorns are basically nuts that are usually found near where deer exist because deer need them for survival. Because tannis prevents the worms in their stomachs and intestine from growing a lot and reproducing. And while they might not be too deadly towards a deer, towards a lion, if a lion eats that deer once he's on his hunt, then it could be severe, like really deadly to him, and the lion has a really huge chance of dying. And like some of the humans that eat deer, it's like a 40 to 60% chance that they could die because of it, but it's going to be slow. Chapter 3, Biodiversity and Islam.
Good.
Here are some Quran ayah relating ayah to biodiversity. I will explain this ayah, topic after this ayah. You can just look a little more.
Yeah, please go ahead.
There you go. 3 slides, so it's okay for one.
Oh, there's more. Truth, do not follow the tradition of your own heart. You hear the heart. Yusuf, very quickly, are these ayahs, like, how did you pick them?
Oh, my references for this Quran ayat is PubMed Central. It's like a programmed website where you could just, search for ayahs and everything. I have my references here, but they're a lot.
So it's done by AI, that chose for you?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful, yeah. But they're all very, very relevant, right? So like, you do not go through the entire Mus'haf that day and chose them individually. Okay.
But
There's more. Can everybody please read? Balance, yes. Do not transgress with that balance and justice. Do not make deficient the balance in the earth. And tear down the water from the sky. Eat their food. You should try to count the words of Allah. You cannot count them. Then whatever Allah restored gives us some people. Okay, the last one we'll talk about. Continue. Oh, you're not going to explain that link?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you guys looked at them at
Yes.
some, if not all. But anyways, all I really have to say, or a better use of vocabulary can say, is mizan. In Surah Al-Rahman, ayah 55, column 7-9, we raised and imposed the balance so we don't play/transgress with it. It's my understanding of the ayah. And if we keep overkilling animals and killing Arctic foxes for pelts, are we not transgressing with the balance? Once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it, it's game over. Anyways, I'm just going to move on to the next topic.
I love the game over part. It's game over. Continue.
Chapter 4, Biodiversity of Humans. Next slide, please. As you can see on the screen, medicine and health. Many medicines come from plants, fungi, and microorganisms. This is really crucial for us as there's a lot of people out there who need medicine for survival. And then the next one, Fitra, which I will explain further after this. Our Fitra is inspired by nature. For example, most people like to draw landscapes with nature. Impact on the economy. Industries like fish markets and farming and tourism and forestry depend a lot on biodiversity. Well, now, like I said, I'll just discuss a little further on the Fitra topic. Well, we are inspired a lot by nature. To be honest, it's like we are naturally born with it. And it's just so amazing that we like it deep down in our fitra, but we also destroy it. And like when it's being destroyed. That is a part of human nature I've never really understood. Yes, of course, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's perspective, I have. But from a science perspective, how can someone or something be so caring and ruthless at the same time? Anyways, let's go to the next slide.
We build concrete jungles and then take time off to go in the nature. We have built these concrete jungles that we live in, skyscrapers, and then we take time off to go to the nature. Okay, continue. Amazing, amazing creation we are.
Okay, finally, the next part is due after like 30 minutes. Anyways, so I'm just going to nose dive into it. Humans rely a whole lot on biodiversity, but are the biggest threat to biodiversity? Fascinating, right? Well, I don't know about you, but for me it is. Anyways, like you can see on the big screen, we are ruining that biodiversity by habitat destruction. Like we destroy the homes of animals by killing them and then making homes. Like for example, currently, I don't really know any currents, but yeah, it's happening somewhere.
I mean, development is happening all over the earth, right?
Yeah. And then like I saw the other day on another neighborhood that I went to with my dad, there was a bunch of wildlife there, but they were like cutting down trees to make houses. There was already like 2 houses in there. And it's pollution. Humans had a lot of pollution to the air, which is filled with chemicals that when animals breathe them in, they have a risk of slowly dying and suffering because of the enzymes in it. These two reasons could lead to a major issue in the animal pyramid. As like I said before, basically use the example of how a tiny acorn can kill a lion. Anyways, I'm just going to move on to the next topic now. Chapter 5, why do we need biodiversity?
If you still haven't got it, why do we need it? Yes. A theory why.
Okay, so I've been saying a lot about biodiversity and whatnot, but I never really explained why we need it. Although I did indirectly, but I like to be more direct about it because I don't want people to miss out. Anyways, I'll use an example to explain. But first, according to the theory made by Gordon Allport, you get along with people that are usually different than you, which is mostly correct. And to be honest, I get along with people who are also different than me. I don't usually get along with people who are like same for me. It's kind of hard. Anyways, like I mentioned before, our body needs different foods for different minerals, vitamins, and nutrients. Plus, different animals and plants help us make medicine. So yeah, it's extremely important even to understand it because, for example, if you are causing negative impact to biodiversity and know what it is and the effect it has, you will eventually stop. Doesn't matter if it is 50 years or 20 years, you will stop. Anyways, I will now move on to the main topic of this presentation. So yeah, obviously these were important too, but you know what I mean. Like, next topic, please.
Next slide.
The slide
One more. Yeah, one more. What would I do about biodiversity, I guess?
Chapter 6, also the main topic of the presentation. Anyway, let me read it. Okay, so I've been thinking, and if humans are the main cause of negative impact to biodiversity, they can also be the main solution. So my pointers will be more tilted towards that. Anyways, here are my pointers. Encourage people to not buy things that cause harm to biodiversity. Like for example, Arctic fox spoils coats because hunting industries, government, federal, local, and provincial included, respond a lot to what people buy. And if a vast amount of people do not buy things that affect biodiversity negatively, the government or industry will stop producing it or produce it in lesser mass. Instead of me holding the water fountain on for like 5 seconds to make sure there is no dirt in the water, I'll do it for 1 or 2 seconds to save a little more water because there's animals out there in Africa and who knows where not, dying of thirst. So even if that's 3 or 4 seconds of water can reach them somehow, they maybe won't die. Next slide, please.
That's a specific plan, right down to the seconds.
1 second.
Take your time, Yusuf.
Number 3. Next time I'm getting something at the store with my parents, instead of getting a free plastic bag from there, I'll bring a fabric bag from home so that the plastic bag may not go ahead and kill an animal, like a sea turtle. Number 4. I won't throw away any plastic in the garbage and compost in garbage. I will throw the trash away based on their sort/variety. For example, I'll throw away a cardboard box in gray and a ripped cardboard in blue and banana peels in compost. Next slide, please. Pop quiz time. Okay, question number 1. Name one of my reasons of preventing biodiversity loss as an individual.
I'll pick the person. Junaid.
You said small actions. Basically, your small action was not holding the
No, he's
water.
asking my reasons for preventing
Yeah,
biodiversity.
one of the reasons was small action, which was holding the fountain for less time, which somehow, if they could reach the animals where they actually need it, it will help.
He's asking why do we want to preserve biodiversity? What's the not the strategy how we can preserve it? Why do we need to preserve it? What's the reason? Reason number 1. He mentioned 3 or 4 there.
Oh, reason number 1. Basically, biodiversity is very needed because of the pyramid, the animal pyramid. We need, basically, we're the top consumers. We eat, like, we're both eating meat and eating vegetables and stuff. So if even one part of that gets lost, then the entire thing will break down. So the pillars are basically getting hurt.
Okay, and what is your favorite part of the presentation? I'll take that one. Where you said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told you something and you still don't do it, that's game over. I love that part. If you could give a name to this presentation, what would it be? Let's say Noman. What would it be? Huh? Great, such a unique name. And then how can how preserve biodiversity? Let's take one more attempt at it. Obey. What name would you give?
Biodiversity.
Biodiversity, even more unique than Noman. Okay, next slide, please.
Wait, before that, I have a gift for the person who gave the best answer. So for that, I have a bonus question.
Oh, what is it? Here you go.
If you know what would be this number of slides in this presentation divided by 2?
I know.
Mandra.
I have a guess.
No, I have. Huh? 7.5.
I know.
8. 12.
Yeah, 12.
Let him pick.
12.
Let him pick. Let him pick. Divide by 2.
12.
Divide by 2. Isa, go. No. Divide by 2. Remember, divide by 2. Obey.
14.
Right?
No.
10 or 14? 10.
Okay, last chance, Ahel.
6.
No.
Who's the closest?
Isa was
He
closest.
gets the gift. The closest gets the gift. Okay, what is the gift? Wow, look at that presentation with gifts too.
Next slide.
Next slide.
Here are my references. For the Quran, Arabic, and everything.
What a bit of work. Next.
Next slide.
And now the funny pictures.
On my way to do math now.
Nice, very nice. Yusuf, that was very well done. Very good. A lot of work went into it for sure. Just one thing I would say, if you had a few more slides on what you would do personally, but you were the first winner of the Sour Patch, sponsored by Mr. Rayan Haq. He got some candy for us today, so you were the first winner. Very good job. Have a seat. Hold it like this, straight. So it shouldn't shake, right? So simple. Okay, next we have Mr. Junaid Ahmed Azizi. As time runs out, Yusuf, that was awesome. Very thorough, very detailed. No need to rush. Take your time, okay? You have a lot of jokes in there, a lot of sarcasm. You can take time for that. Mr. Azizi. Heather, sit down. Heather, sit. Take a seat.
The table's gonna show.
Huh?
The table's gonna show. The table's gonna show.
Okay. But just keep it straight, no shaking, okay? Very good. Ahmed Junaid Azizi, open with. Oh, but you're the computer guy.
I'm not good at computers. I never use it. I'm on MacBook. I don't have Windows.
Okay. And now go slideshow. There we go. Now we're ready.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So, basically my presentation
As
today,
loud as possible.
basically my presentation today is going to be about biodiversity and it's organized by me, obviously, Mujahideen City. So next slide.
Now also a captain of a basketball team.
So this is going to be the table of contents, just to give you an idea. The table of content includes what is biodiversity, what harms and helps biodiversity, and what can I do to reduce harm, slash improve, slash fuel progress and help. And conclusion and a little surprise. Next slide. What is biodiversity? The variety of plant and animal life in the world or in a particular habitat, a high level of which is usually considered to be important and desirable. Biodiversity, in simple terms, is many different species and types of species which are living and where. The term bio is derived from the Greek word, bios, meaning life, while diversity means different or any. So the full term biodiversity means different forms or many forms of life. So now that you got the simple, basic understanding of the term slash word biodiversity, let's continue. Next slide. What harms and helps biodiversity? Harms. I have named it harms, but in reality, what I will list is really threats. 1. Climate change. Climate change destroys many places of biodiversity, which because of the warming of the earth. 2. Habitat loss and degradation. 2. 3. Pollution, and 4. Invasive species which don't help but only destroy biodiversity. Next slide. What helps it? Help. What I call help is really ways that biodiversity is helped to thrive. 1. If a wildlife-friendly environment is made, then it will expand and will directly and indirectly help biodiversity. 2. Reduce resource consumption. Basically, we buy stuff to eat or to play with, which aren't necessities. And this will not only help biodiversity, but also starving countries. 3. Avoid plastic product use and encourage recycling. Next slide. What can I do to help? Basically, what I can do is in 2 forms. 1 is that I am available on multiple game sites and IRL, which is in real life. So I can encourage and show reasons to help biodiversity. And after I have people who want to do it to do good for biodiversity, I show them how. 2. My passages and more can be used to influence people because my passages and normally deep and interesting, while still having my touch of being a kid, catching eyes of different ages, which will help raise awareness and more. Next slide.
Well done.
Now for the surprise. Okay, just go back.
You got it.
Wait, now let me do this for.
Oh, he's gonna touch.
Okay, Judith, presentation was short but very specific, very right on. So tell us a little bit more about, you said that I am a young kid, but a lot of times I say very deep, interesting, philosophical things, which gets more attention versus something adults saying it. So how can it work for your advantage? Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, basically how this works for my advantages, I can catch people's eyes with my passages, and when people are interested, they probably think that I know something, and when they ask, I would tell them that basically through my passages, I'll tell them about biodiversity. Like I can write a deep passage about why biodiversity is important, how it's connected to our lives, how it's connected to Islam, and how it's described in Islam.
Exactly, you could integrate this topic into other free writings that we're doing. And those videos are recorded, and you can share them on your own platform, whatever you're on.
Yeah.
And this way you can kind of try to create a group or a pool of people who are interested, and try to, then one thing leads to another. Who knows where it's going to be after a little bit, right? Very well done. Next, let's do Abdullah Manzur. Actually, Noman, let's you go now. Noman, let's go Noman. Pull up Noman. Noman Yasser, Mr. Noman Yasser. Noman, is it there? Did you send a reminder or email?
I think it's in here.
Got it, okay, Noman's there. Yeah, that's you? That's you, Noman? Okay, with the Stranger Things hat, Mr. Noman Yasser, our favorite show. Okay, get a little bit closer. Noman as loud as you can, okay?
How can I help preserve biodiversity?
Yeah, Noman loud.
How can I help preserve biodiversity? Next slide. What is biodiversity? Biodiversity is a variety of all living things, the different plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms, ecosystems. Action Plan 1.
Action Plan 1.
Action Plan 1. Save water. I turn off taps when not needed. I take shorter showers. This is environmental responsibility, as it will help
habitats stay healthy.
Do you also have like write down the seconds? How you used to say I'm gonna press it now for 2 seconds instead of 5. Do you have a how short the shower time limit? Shorter, okay. Yes.
Action plan 2. Reduce the plastic use like always. I use reusable bottles and containers. I use fewer plastic bags. This use of plastic protects animals and nature from harm.
Nice.
Action plan 3. Reduce paper use. I use both sides of the paper while making comics. I reuse graph paper to make my comics. Reducing paper use will make sure fewer trees are cut down.
That's what I'm talking about. That specific thing which Noman is a part of as a consumer making comics, and he has a specific plan now. Something which is only in his life, that how to make comics now on scrap paper, so we're not wasting any resource. Well done. Action plan number 4.
Turn lights off. I turn off lights when leaving the room. I use the sunlight in the morning instead of using light bulbs. I use LED bulbs to help save energy. Use of less energy protects habitats as power plants, affect plants and animals. This was also discussed in our textbook.
Well done.
Action plan 5. Reduce using AI. Everyone has used AI in some sort of ways, but have you ever noticed what happens when we do? When the system overheats, it collects water to cool off. The amount of water it's using is more than the amount of water humans use to drink. So how can we reduce from using AI? Be creative, use specific thoughts. Using AI affects the environment by increasing e-waste and consuming mass amounts of water. It also has high energy.
Stop right here. Okay, where did you get this information about AI, guys?
Sure always talks about it.
Okay, and how do you know how it's impacting the environment? Because a lot of people think it's just coming from the internet. They don't understand what the impact on the environment is. Where did you get that from?
My sister.
Your sister helped you with that? Wow, well done, sister. A shout out to the sister. Very well done. Amazing. Go back 1 second. That slide was just unbelievable. Where go? So this is very important. Be creative, use specific thoughts. It's not only going to help biodiversity, but it will make you more, you're going to surprise yourself, right? You're going to be more intelligent than you think you are. Because when you completely eliminate AI, it's all organic thought. So that right there, look at that point. Be creative and use specific thought. Using AI affects the environment. It also makes you less intelligent than you have to be. Very well done.
Conclusion. Small actions can protect biodiversity. I can make a difference by doing small things every day. I can learn more and teach others about protecting nature and preserving biodiversity. Small actions have a big impact.
Absolutely amazing. Noman, this was the best presentation you have done so far with me. And another thing I want to mention is that all this is talk if we're not honest. When I asked him this idea is super awesome about the AI, where'd you get it from? Instead of saying, oh, I did the research myself, he immediately gave credit to where it was due, that my sister always talks about it. Very well done and super awesome. Say it. We can do one more. Who is next? Al, you ready?
I know the
And how are you? Okay, you're because of language. Okay, then let's do Abdullah Manjra. Come. Abdullah Manjra. Abdullah Manjra. This is the last one most probably, and then we'll do the rest in our other class. Mr. Abdullah Manjra. Huh? What happened? This is a no problem. Technical difficulty. Send it to me again tonight, okay? Because maybe you forgot to attach the attachment. Yeah. Okay. Who do we have next? Obaid, let's go. Obaid. Oh, Junaid, you become the computer right now. You did already.
No, can I do the
No, Junaid will do it.
I had to use my tablet so I could.
Alright. High five first. High five first. For unique ideas. How? And again, keeping it. Now, would we do this if we are going in front of a different audience? No. But our target audience right now, I'm knowing your teacher a little bit more than is more interested in this sort of stuff. Yeah, very, very, very good start. Immediately he has our attention, right? How can people preserve Sorry, please.
I have to use Okay, how can people preserve biodiversity?
Yes.
By Muhammad Obaid.
Oh.
Next slide, please. All right. I could. First of all, I have to say,
I had my computer broke when I was doing this presentation, so I had to use my tablet, and I couldn't use any pictures from Google, so I just improvised.
Well done. Well done.
Contents. What is biodiversity? Why is it important? How can we preserve biodiversity? Solutions, and the conclusion session. Next slide.
Love the energy on stage. Yes.
Biodiversity can be made of two words. Bio, meaning life, and diversity, meaning a diverse amount of animals or insects in a certain environment or area. You may see many different types of diverse species in the area, like lizards or chameleons and insects. And all these species are diverse in living, so we call this area a biodiverse area.
Perfect.
Biodiversity is important for living beings to live and survive in a certain area. If there was only one animal or insect in the area, then there would be nothing to eat for the animal such insect, and so it would not have the proper nourishment for it to survive. It also is important for us humans too.
Sir, we have time for you.
As biodiverse areas tell us if it's a safe area to be in or not. We can preserve biodiversity by spreading awareness. But how? Well, there's the obvious way of spreading it on social media, like on ads or commercials, but be honest, who actually listens to commercials and does what's on the commercial?
Nobody.
Instead, we should raise charities online, like a GoFundMe, or put a charity booth outside to get attention. But how would just putting a charity booth outside get attention? Well, people are going to be more aware when walking on the sidewalk or driving by in their car, and so they will give more attention to it than the brain-dead zombies we become when watching TV. And the solution is we could go to big events like on Canada Day with the fireworks and advertise there, or at an Eid Bazaar or something. That's what and advertise there because, and I quote, the more the people, the more the money. Which means the more people, the more the chance of attention and probability of a charitable person.
1 second. Which, recorded at Muhammad Debate at 5:04 p.m. Muhammad Debate, as you talk about, I love it how you're talking about the plan should be realistic, not just generic. Let's just propose something and get out of here. Eid Bazaar, you go there and talk about biodiversity. Do you think people are going to be very, very excited to give charity versus if you go to an Eid Bazaar and say, I want to raise some money to build a masjid or buy some musallas, you might get more attention. If you talk about biodiversity, would you get the kind of response that you're expecting?
Probably not, but it's still worth a shot, right?
Wonderful. And what can we do to change that understanding of biodiversity? It's equally as important as building masjids or other, some great initiatives that masjids are doing. How can we
You
create
could
more?
explain like how important it is to our survival and like how it affects us in like our economy and like in our ecosystem.
Wonderful. And as Junaid mentioned, you guys are young. You will get more attention when you talk about deeper, more impactful topics. So you can use that to your advantage. Another strategy of spreading information in our community, a simple strategy is there's a lecture people listen to every week.
The thing that you
Jummah khutbah, right?
Yeah,
Jummah khutbah. We can use that to create awareness too. Okay. Yusuf has. See, we can all work as a team. Yusuf has at least like I think 17 ayahs there. That we can do khutbahs on. Continue. Very well done. Right. Next slide. Next slide.
Conclusion. So now we know that biodiversity plays a big role in our ecosystems, and we absolutely depend on it to survive. Also, how to spread awareness of biodiversity, and 2 different ways to preserve it. Thank you for listening. So, yeah, last slide.
And then read all the ha-ha-has together. Mwahahahaha. You will never stop King Ubayd and his minion. Ubayd. Mwahahaha. Super evident take classes to laugh like this. Okay, well done. Very well done. Thank you very much, Ubayd. Sit down. We'll wrap it up at this. We'll come back, inshallah, with more presentations in our class later. Stop.